Hey everybody, this is Jaden Sinclair. Today I'm going to be playing some Slay the Spire. Now, I was watching a little bit of the gameplay of this earlier, and it really caught my interest because it's both a roguelite game, which I love, and a deck building game, which is one of my favorite mechanics in board games, especially. So, it looked really cool. I'm going to be trying it out, and we'll see how this goes. So I know to start, I've only got access to the one character. This game still is in early access. So this guy gives me okay hit points, some gold, and he'll heal at the end of combat. So we shall embark on our journey. Alright, so there's little things on the map around here, so I know these guys are the monsters. These can be pretty much anything, either special events or one of the other things. These are merchants, and these are campfires where you can heal, and these are the elite enemies. So I think my first goal will be to go through killing some monsters and maybe aim towards a merchant, so I might head up this direction. Or actually this way wouldn't get me through quite as many monsters before it. Once I get here, I'll have a choice. So I'm gonna start down here because I'd like. I'll go. Yeah, I'll go here. I want to get these special events. They seemed fun from what I saw. Oh, I have the tutorial on. So to play the game, you play cards from your hand to defeat them. They cost energy. You have a certain amount each turn, and each turn you'll draw new cards and get new energy. You get block, which prevents that amount of damage, and you can see what enemies are planning on doing. So, alright. So, for my basic thing, I've got these defends, which are going to give me block. He's going to be dealing 12 damage to me. So I could use these for... That costs 1 to gain 5 block, and use these guys that cost 1 to deal 6 damage. Can use this for 2 energy to deal 8 and apply vulnerable, which means they're going to take more damage from attacks. And I have 3 energy that I can use to play cards. So I think here I'm going to just go defensive. And then attack him. And now that means he'll only deal 2 damage to me, so it won't be quite as dangerous. Because any damage you take in fights does carry over into the later battles. However, anytime you beat a floor, you'll heal back up to full hit points. So I can do this, dealing 6 damage each turn doing that. It's not the fastest way. Right, and when you have no more cards in your deck, you reshuffle the discard pile in. All very standard deck builder mechanics. Gonna keep this up because I'm killing him faster than he's killing me. Although now he has weakened me, so that's unfortunate. I'm just gonna keep up. The deck at the beginning, pretty boring. Nothing too interesting about it. But as you go through, you get new cards. Alright, so I've now hit the max amount I can heal, and he's at 28 health. So, but unfortunately right now, I was going to say if I could try to like hit him all for 1 right now and take him out, I would, but I'll only be able to deal 8 plus make him vulnerable, so that'll be 9, so it'll only be 17 damage, so in that case, I could go all in on the defense. No, I want to hit him for that. I'll take the 2 damage, which won't heal up at the end of this combat, but that's still pretty good overall. Now he's got 22, so I can deal 18 damage. He's only dealing 7 to me right then. So I think I'll defend with my 1, hit him for those, and next turn, as long as I get 2 attack cards, I should be able to take him out. Which, if I draw all my blocks, that would be unfortunate, but yep, we've got the strikes. Oh, I needed 3 right because he weakened me, but I had them, so it was enough. I get the healing, and then here's where it is. I get the 10 gold, and then I get to pick one of 3 cards to add to my deck. So, I could either deal some damage and weaken him, deal 7 damage to multiple enemies, so you might fight more than 1 at a time, or I can gain 5, block, and upgrade a card in my hand. So, all cards come in 2 versions. They're basic ones, which are all these guys, and then upgraded ones, which have a green name and I think a little plus next to them. And those are all better versions, and you can get things upgraded permanently, or you can get these temporary ones like this. I think this card sounds really good, so we're going to go for that. And here we have 2 enemies. So, got an acid slime and a spike slime. So this guy here is planning on attacking me for 3. This guy is going to do some negative effect to me. I don't really know what it is though. So, I think the first thing I want to do is use my armaments to upgrade one of my cards. And we'll see. I probably want to try and upgrade this good attack. What would it do? It deals more damage and applies more vulnerable. That's possible. Or I could upgrade a strike. Let me check. Strike would go to 9 damage. That would go to 8 block. So I think I'm going to do this and start hitting on the bigger guy with this better attack. Now he's also vulnerable, so he'll take more damage from me in the coming turns. And he's licking me, which makes me frail. So my defend cards, as you'll see now, actually help less. So, since neither of them are attacking me and he's frail, I think it's going to be time to just hit him and take him out. Okay, this one is going to weaken me, so now I deal less damage as well, which is unfortunate, since I probably won't be able to take him out then. So I could deal, that would deal 7 and then 6 for 13, which actually would be enough. So, as long as I did my math right, that takes him out. And it didn't take enough damage, so that it went below the threshold, so I actually healed back up to full. Alright, so, once again we see the clothesline, so dealing 2 damage, applying 2 weak. There's this body slam, which deals damage equal to my current block, which is kind of interesting if I go with a lot of blocking. And then this one deals 3 damage to random enemies 3 times. So that's 9 damage for only 1 energy, but I don't get to control where it goes. However, I do know there's a mechanic in this where you can increase your strength, and that essentially increases each of your attacks. And the boomerang, I assume each of those hits would be affected by that. So I think I'll go with that. Sword boomerang seems interesting. I don't know if it'll be good or not, but we'll see. Alright, so we've got a special thing, a wing statue. So among the stone and boulders, you notice an intricate, large blue statue resembling a wing. You find gold spilling from its cracks. Maybe there's more inside. So I could either remove a card from my deck for the cost of 7 hit points, which would be good because it thins out your deck and whatnot, and gets rid of the cards you don't necessarily want to find. If I had a card with 10 or more damage, I would have had some other option here, so that's interesting. Or I could just leave. So I think I will remove a card from my deck. Someone's told you of a cult that worshipped a giant bird. As you kneel in prayer, you begin to feel lightheaded. You wake up sometime later, feeling strangely fleet of foot. Alright, so I want to keep these 3 good ones. And I feel like my defends are useful, but these strikes aren't fantastic. I might get rid of one of those. So I'll do that. And throughout this, I'm hoping to get some better damage cards so that those strikes won't be necessary anymore. Alright, so we've got these little dudes, louses, and they have curl up. So wait, they're both planning on attacking me for 5. And when they take damage, they're going to roll up and gain block. Also note, block goes away at the end of a turn, so well, I'd like some, so I'm going to use my armaments and upgrade something. Let's see how the sword boomerang, so it's 3 damage 4 times, so that goes up to 12 damage for 1, is pretty good. So I'm going to upgrade that card, and then I'm going to defend, so that'll completely negate their damage, and then we're going to sword boomerang. So it hit them, and then they got some defense. That's going to go away now at the start of their turns anyways. They'll hit me for nothing. And then alright, so one's planning on attacking me, the other is going to give me a negative effect. So, I could strike and just take out that one, which I will do. And I'm going to strike the other one as well. And I might as well defend myself, even though I don't think it'll matter. So, it's going to spit a web at me. What does that do? Weakened, so I deal less damage, which is unfortunate, but I don't need much damage to take them out, so let's sword boomerang it. And that's enough. So, we get gold. Potions, you can carry up to 3 potions, and you can use them during combat to give effect. So this one will make them weak for 3 turns. There it is. And they stay with you, and then we can add a card. And it's telling me about power cards, which means what these are is once you play them, they give you a passive effect that lasts forever, essentially, or well, during the combat at least. I don't know. All right, so Battle Trance, draw 3 cards. That's fantastic. Drawing cards is always good. Body Slam, I don't have as much block as I'd want for that. And when you lose HP from a card, gain 1 strength. Oh, so it has to be HP from a card. I don't hurt myself, so that's not going to help much. So we're going with Battle Trance. Drawing cards in deck building games is almost always the correct option. So I've got 140 gold. I could go to a merchant now. Or over to a normal enemy. I don't know how much I actually have for a merchant, but if I go over here, I'm going to go through a campfire and just some enemies. Get up to here, and I wouldn't have the chance to buy anything. However, there's a merchant up there. So I might actually take this route, try and get some more money before I stop at a merchant. Alright, so got the spike slime, and when it gets to 50% or below, it's going to split into 2 smaller slimes with spike slime's current hit points. So that means once we get it to 32 or less, so I'll have to worry about that. Got my armaments, so I'll use that on something. I think just boosting up a strike. And then since there aren't any attacks coming my way, we'll use the rest of that to strike at them. Got the lick, so that means my blocking is going to be worse. Let's Battle Trance, see if I can get some good stuff, which I can. So I'm going to start by bashing him, and then, now that he's vulnerable, this sword boomerang should deal a ton of damage. And that should cause a split right here, which means we'll have 2 now to face with 29 hit points each, if I'm correct about how that works. And I am. I wish I could have done a little more damage before doing that. I could have maybe done it a little better. Anyways, so my armaments block is not going to be as good, but I can upgrade my strike. And then, yeah, they're not attacking me. They're both doing negative effects, so I'm going to strike at one of them, bring him down into 2 strike range. Yeah, they're hitting me with Frail there, and another Frail there, so that's, that stuff won't work very well. So, I think I'm going to start off. Ooh, I could bash someone and then Sword Boomerang, but I think I want to do Sword Boomerang, Strike, Strike. This Sword Boomerang, yeah, I would say I'll see where they randomly hit, because that perfectly landed so that I could take him out and then hit him with the other one there. And that was good. Alright, let's get the Battle Trance to try and get some more stuff. We've only got the 2 strikes. Oh, I've got a bash as well. I think I'm going to bash him. Is this enough to kill him? Yes. Bash with an upgraded strike. So, 15 more gold, and let's see. So, Infernal Blade, add a random attack to your hand. It costs 0 this turn and exhaust. What exhaust is that essentially that card is gone for the rest of that combat. Pummelers deal 2 damage 4 times. So, kind of similar to that other one I saw. And this one is exhaust 1 card, draw 2 cards. Ooh, I kind of like that for removing stuff I don't normally want. Eventually, bad cards can be put into your deck as well. So I think that's pretty good. This one's interesting, but this one, especially since it doesn't exhaust itself, it gives me more card draw. Though that doesn't work with that other one that draws 3 cards, since I can't draw anymore there. So, I've hit a campfire. What you can do here is you can either rest, which heals you for 30% of your max HP, which I don't need because I'm at full health, or I can upgrade a card in my deck, which is what I'm going to do. I've also noticed there's apparently some cool... Eventually throughout the game you can get relics, which give you like permanent effects through each run, and some of them also upgrade new things you can do at campfires. So I can permanently increase a thing. So this one, if I upgrade, it means that it upgrades all the cards in my hand instead of just one. So that seems really good. This one would let me draw 3 cards. This one lets me draw 4. Right, that's that one. I think I want to do the armaments because that upgrading this means that a bunch of my other stuff gets upgraded throughout the game. So seems like a good move. We'll proceed on from there. Alright, so this thief steals gold from me whenever he attacks. And this guy has that curl up to gain block. Alright, so... and they're coming at me with 15 damage, which is quite a bit. So I think I want to try and defend some of that damage. And I want to strike at this guy, because I know I saw him in the things I was up against. Eventually he tries to run away with your gold, because if you kill him, you'll get your gold back. But if he runs away, I believe you'll probably lose any gold he steals from you. So we're going to do the armaments here, because that upgrades all of these things. Let's do... I should have done the battle trance first. Then that would have upgraded all of these as well. Oh well. I think I'm going to do the sword boomerang and hope it targets him. What do I have? 15 damage still coming at me. Or I could just do the strike to guarantee 9 on him. I think that might be what I want to do. I want to defend again. Strike him. Alright, and now we got... Okay, no damage coming. That's probably the web spit or whatnot. And 12 coming from you. So, I think here, a good move could either be to bash him and then strike, or actually I think armaments and double strike. That also gives me the block. Alright, and that means he's almost down. Took some more damage. Yep, there's the spit web, so I'm actually weakened. Wasn't the effect I wanted. Planning on blocking, planning on attacking for 5. Alright. So I could do armaments again. Most of this stuff's already upgraded. I could exhaust something to draw 3. Oh, I didn't realize that this costs 1. It doesn't makes it not quite as good. But I think actually my best bet, I need to take this guy out before he defends. So I'm gonna bash him and then strike at him. So he's down, and now I just have to deal with that. And the louse shouldn't be that hard. I'm taking some more damage from it there, but I know it doesn't in general deal that much damage. So let's battle trance, see what I get. I'm going to... No, I don't need to bash you. I think I just need to strike you a lot. Although, once I strike him, he's going to get a shield. Let's actually sword boomerang. And then strike. And then strike, and that's the end of him. Alright, cool. Alright, got my gold that was stolen back to me, and I get another card. I can grab another armaments, get another sword boomerang, or a war cry. Draw 2 cards, place a card from your hand on top of your draw pile, exhaust. This is a one-time thing. That doesn't seem quite as good. This is a little random having used it, and I'm not getting those strength upgrades that I was trying to look for. And armaments is just a good card. But no, let's go more sword boomerang. I need more attacks, I think. Especially since I already have the upgraded one. Alright, so now it's just a thief, looter by himself. So, battle trance, see what I can get. I can get an armaments, which is going to upgrade a ton of stuff. And then we'll just double strike you, I think. I could have defended. I will defend with 1, actually. That brings me up to over your attack value. Alright, so exhaust 1 card to draw 2, but no, I think I'm just gonna attack you. So this steals 9, this steals 9, steal... oh, I should have defended more. Well, I could only defend with 1 anyways, so alright, that's fine. We're gonna start getting into those upgraded cards here now, so... well, a bit of them. Alright, so, what can I do? That's 9, 18, yeah, this is enough to kill him. So... alright, and we heal up. My gold back, get that back. I've got a regen potion, which is a nice thing for healing. It heals you for 15 over the course of 5 turns. And alright, so I can get 1 week to all enemies, Here it is, Demon Form. At the start of each turn, gain 2 strength. So that would be a cool way of gaining strength. Searing Blow, deal 12 damage, can be upgraded any number of times. That's interesting. That would work well with those armaments as well, because they upgrade it, so they could just keep boosting it for a game. And it's 2 for 12, which isn't bad, and this is expensive. But that would work well with all my multi-attacks, but it does take a whole turn to do. I'm gonna go with this one. I think that's kind of cool, getting a really powerful card. So, and now we get a treasure chest. So I am getting a red skull, where HP is at or below 50%. You have 3 additional strength. Cool. And yeah, so those stay with me. So I normally don't like letting my thing in there though, but if it does, I suddenly get better. I don't think resting for 24 is worth it. Because I've got this healing up, so I'm gonna upgrade another card. What happens when you upgrade that one I just got? Where is it? Searing Blow. Plus 4 damage, and it does have a tracker on there, so I could just make that a 16 damage off the bat. Other than that, I've got my 2 sword boomerangs, might be good. What did you do? Oh yeah, you just got more draw. I'm gonna do it to that Searing Blow. I'm just gonna like make this my awesome card. Alright, so let's go. What do I have? 186 gold? That's not actually that much. But I could go over here. Yeah, I'll go to the merchant. We'll see what he's got. Alright, so a number of cards. I can afford a lot of it. I can't afford these guys. What do they do, though? Enemies with vulnerable take 75% more damage on them. That's cool. And whenever you play a power heal, too. That's also cool. I wish I could get those, but max HP up by 7 is not great. Potions, don't care that much about. What Dexterity does is that it buffs the amount your blocking cards will give you. There's also this cool card removal service, so you can take cards out of your deck with this by paying a cost. Might think about that eventually. Wish I could get enlightenment, but oh well. So let's look at what else there is. So 0 cost, deal damage equal to the number of cards in your draw pile. Seems not terrible. Deal 4 damage, place a copy of this card into your discard pile. So it's free, and the more you play it, the more copies of it you get. Seems kind of cool, and there's a sale on it. 9 damage and draw a card is very good. Exhaust all non-attack cards in your hand, and gain 5 block for each. I don't know how much that would help me. 15 block and 2 wounds, and Inflame is 2 strength, not bad. Ooh. Alright, so what do I have? 186? I kind of want... I would have loved this, I think, but I think these 2 will be great for my deck. So I'm going to get that and that. And I still got 94, so I could get this, which is just a great card as well, because 9 damage is already as good as an upgraded strike and a card draw. So we'll do that too. That was a lot of cards, but alright. Haven't fought any of the elite bosses yet, so I think that's really a good way of getting relics, so I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage there. Alright, curl up for 6, 6, and 3. So you curl up for less, you're dealing damage to me. What do I have? So I can get card draw. I can get card draw from that, though, so that would be the better use of it. And I could take out, maybe... Let's see, that's 9. And you'll curl up, so you're effectively 19 health. I could take you out with all these things, I think. And that's only 7 damage coming at me. So I'll do that. That was more effective than playing that defend card. Growing, so ooh, okay, they increase their attack by 3, so it's pretty powerful. Let's armaments, so that blocks off some of that. You're intending to buff again. I could inflame. I'm gonna do that to get my strength up, because now, as you'll see, these guys deal plus that damage. And I can just take this out. Not even trigger the curl up. Taking a bit more damage there. Alright, so these would deal 18 damage each. So I can just play that and kill him. Alright. Ooh, that's so good with a strength buff. Alright. So what do we got? 7 block, exhaust a random card in your hand. I don't like a random card being... I like control of it. Gain 1 vulnerable and deal 9 damage for 0. That's interesting. And whenever you play an attack this turn, gain 1 block. Huh. I mean, it does take up one of my costs. Honestly, I kind of think this 0-cost Reckless Charge is a good idea. I can play that in addition to all this other stuff. Alright, so this random one was just some creatures, a Jawworm and an Acid Slime. There's nothing special about either of you right now. So I can use my Anger. Pommel Strike's a good opener. Let's see. See what I can get. Attack you. Sword Boomerang. I think at that point now, because I'm going to be taking a ton of damage, I'm going to defend. And then we're going to get some Anger. I've got the card draw to use a lot of Anger if I draw it. Yeah, that was a fair bit of damage. 'Cause now I'm almost down to half health. So if I do, I get some attacks. So, alright, I can do my Reckless Charge and make myself vulnerable. I can Inflame for even more damage on that. I have my Burning Pact. Could use that. I don't think I need to. So I think the start isn't to Inflame. I don't have any defenses right now. Kind of been something I've been a little lacking. But they're not attacking right now, are they? So it intends to block and use a buff. This plans to inflict negative on me. I don't really want negative, so I think... Can I take that out? You're 8, you're 11? Yes, so... Take that out, and strike you. Alright, so it got more attack. It's now got 14. So I can deal 18 damage, which is not enough to kill it, but I could Armaments first. Let's do that, because now I can deal 23 damage with that. Or I could gain 8 block. Let's just deal all that damage. So I'm going to take a bit of a hit here, 9 hits, so I'm going to be below half health, so... No, I'm not going to be below half health. I messed up that math. Alright, so let's Battle Trance. I got some Anger, so that means I should be able to finish this off, because this is 15 damage, and then that finishes it. Alright, perfect. Oh, I've got another regen potion. I should be using those, although then I want the fights to go a little longer. Alright, I can grab another Sword Boomerang, or another Anger, or a Pommel Strike. Those are all good. I think the Pommel Strike, because I like the card draw. Alright, I could go for a monster, or I could go for something unknown. Let's go for unknown. You walk into a room to find a large hole in the ground. As you approach the hole, an enormous serpent creature appears from within.
Ooh, hello, hello, what have we got here? Hello, adventurer, I ask a simple question. The most fulfilling of lives is that in which you can buy anything. Do you agree?
So, I can either agree and receive 175 gold, which is pretty good, and become cursed with doubt. So it's unplayable. So the way curses work is they'll go into your deck and they typically have negative effects and you can't play them. And at the end of your turn you gain 1 weak, so that means my attack goes away. Or I can disagree and not get that. So I'm a little tempted because I do have that one card that lets me exhaust cards from my hand to get rid of the doubt for the combat. But is it worth 175 gold to have to try and deal around that? I mean, weak occasionally. I think it is. I already have a thing that makes me weak, so we'll do it.
Yes, this will all be worth it.
Alright, cool. The serpent rears its head and blasts a stream of gold upwards. It is amazing and terrifying simultaneously. You gather all the gold, thank the snake, and get going. Alright, so going into the first floor boss here. I think I should rest this time. I would like to get my hit points up for this boss fight. And we'll go in. Alright, and mode shift. So, plans on blocking using a buff, and then after taking 30 damage, it changes to a defensive mode. Alright, well, I'm not doing great here. I wish I had gotten more stuff before going into this. So, I'm going to start with an Inflame, and then actually, I could deal 30 damage right now. I could deal more than 30 damage right now. Alright, so let's Anger. And then Sword Boomerang. And Sword Boomerang. Mode shift, it intends to use a buff. Alright. Alright, so it's going to attack for 9, and then whenever I play an attack, I take 3 damage. It's not that bad. So, and honestly, I might try to use this for a bit of setting up. I'm going to Battle Trance first. Nope, there's my doubt. I'm going to Armaments to upgrade all this. I could Searing Blows it, and then I'll become weak for a turn. I think that might be what I do. Or I could Pommel Strike for drawing 2 cards and still be able to play one of them. Which might be able to get me the one to get rid of doubt. But no, I think I'll Searing Blows it. It's a lot of damage. And it deals 3 to me, but that's not much. Oh, and I block most of that with my shield anyways. So, well, all of that. Now he's going to deal some damage to me. And if I win this fight, I heal up to full anyways. So, alright. There's the Burning Pact. I think I would have gotten it. Oh well. It's a lot of damage coming my way, so I definitely want to protect myself from some of it. Do I want to exhaust one of these? Yeah, I think I will. I'm actually going to do that because I want to see... Yes. I'm going to defend some more. So that'll only take 6 damage this turn. Set myself up a little bit. Get rid of that weakness. Because now I'm going in and can get a lot better things. So, this isn't as good as I was hoping. And he's out of the defensive things now. After 40, he'll do it, and he's planning on dealing 20 to me. That's a lot of damage. Make him vulnerable. I can make myself vulnerable. Kind of don't want to do that against this. With that, it would change it up to 30 damage, right? Yeah, well, let's actually Burning Pact. I want to cycle through cards. Alright, so we got a 15 damage Sword Boomerang, an 11 damage Strike. Those seem good. Alright, and I'm about to take 20 damage, so I'm not going to Reckless Charge because I don't want 30, because that's already going to be bringing me just below half health, so now my Red Skull is turned on, which is great for some of this stuff. Let's start the Battle Trance. How much? So I want to... planning on being defensive, so I can mode shift you very shortly. This won't draw me any more cards right now. This would deal a lot of damage, so I could do that and an Anger. Even though I won't draw, it's still the most damage. So, Searing Blows. Mode shift, oh, and it got some armor from that. Well, I can still Pommel Strike and Anger, and that still breaks through that armor a bit. End the turn there, and I become weakened. Turn the Sharp Hide on, and is planning to attack for 9. That's fine, that's less damage. Actually, my Sword Boomerang would hurt me more now. Let's Armament. And then Pommel Strike. It'll hit back against that. And it gives me some Angers, which I could use, but they'd each hit me. So I probably want to defend that, so they don't take quite as much damage off of them, but then I can Anger and Anger. I might be getting too many Angers in my deck, to be honest. Although they are free to play, so I mean, seems pretty good. Alright, let's start with a Battle Trance. Then I'm gonna do the Armaments, I think, and then my Searing Blow becomes even better. becomes 32. Yeah. And deal 8 damage to it. Yeah. So then I only take 3 damage back. And I got them down to 48. And I'm still going to take 14 damage, bringing me down to 20. So I'm kind of in a dangerous area, I feel like. There's 20 damage coming right at me. However, if I can get enough damage, and I need to deal 50 from the switch, so he'll die before that. So I got 14 there, 28, 37. Oh, not quite enough. So I should probably defend. And I shouldn't reckless charge. I was like, I was a bit short, you know, because I had so many of the blocks. But there we go. Hopefully I should be able to do 25 damage this turn. Well, maybe I can, maybe I can't. Yes, I can. Alright. I will unleash my anger upon him. And there it is. Oh, I totally forgot about these. I need to remember this. So, since I only carry 3, I'm gonna discard that one to get that. And we have a bunch of cool cards to add. So, Bludgeon is just a massive 32 damage. Feed is deal 10 damage if this kills a non-minion enemy, gain 3 permanent max hit points. Exhaust. Huh. Seems pretty good. Oh, kills a non-minion enemy. I don't know what counts as a minion and not. On the start of each turn, gain 2 strength. I kind of want to go with the demon form now. Gonna do it. Alright. And I get to pick a relic. So, Sozu, gain... So that's an energy. At the start of each turn, you can no longer use potions. That would mean I'd have 4 energy every turn, but I can't use potions. At the end of your turn, you no longer discard your hand, draw one less card each turn. Oh, that changes up everything. That's weird. I don't know how much Actually, that would not be bad for me, probably. With all my, like, zero cost stuff I'm trying to do. Black Blood replaces Burning Blood at the end of combat, heal 10 hit points. Ooh. I'm tempted by the not using potions anymore, just for that extra energy. They're all good. They're all interesting. This one, I don't know if I want to deal with that, especially with how some of that stuff works. I think I might just go with this. Since I'm already forgetting about the potions, I'll just get the extra energy.